I'm going to show you how you could have caught one of the biggest moves of this year using this US30 strategy from top down to bottom, so stick around. So as always, starting on the higher time frames on the daily, this was the daily candle before we took the trade. So we took the trade on this day. And what you can see is that the daily candle before was a strong bullish candle, a rejection. What it also was the first day of June. And what did it do? Well, it went down, it tapped into this previous monthly low area down here, strong zone, which also we take that to the left. Again, it's a very strong zone from the past as well. What did it do? Wicks down in, strong push above to the upside. So immediately the daily is telling us we are going to continue this move to the upside after rejecting the previous monthly low right at the start of the month. So immediately the daily is telling us to look further upside. But now what's the 4-hour telling us? So now on the 4-hour, you can see we got that one 4-hour candle in the previous US session, NYSE session, that broke above all highs that were being made. We'd made multiple high points in here as we were pushing to the downside in this move. We had this one 4-hour candle which broke above all of these points here. All of these points here were broken above in that one strong 4-hour candle. So the 4-hour also agrees after tapping into this higher time frame zone, also the previous weekly low, we'd broken above all highs, indicating that we were going to have another big move to the upside in the following day, because we only trade from 2:30 until 10 p.m. They're the only points we trade. So looking at the previous day's NYSE session, you can see that it looked like that, which is a very bullish sign. Pull down, strong rejection, push to the upside, indicating in the next day there's a high chance we're going to have another big push off to the upside. Now, going down onto the lower time frames again, what we have is the previous US session. So not only did it tell us that it pushed down, pushed up, it gave us that directional bias, it also left behind a zone. So the previous day's US NYSE high was in this area right here. So this takes us on to the next day. Go on to the 15-minute now, and I'm going to take it to right before 1:30 p.m. in the next day, if I just play this across. If you want to know all about bank zones and how to use them at each time of the day, then there is a link right in the description for my course. It teaches everything I know about this. This is my exact strategy. Now, this is just before 1:30 p.m. And what I can now tell you is that this day here was an NFP day, which is non-farm payroll, is one of the biggest news releases there is in the market to do with employment. Now, a month ago, last month, I did an NFP video, and here's a quick recap of what happened. So here is exactly 1 month prior when NFP was released at 1:30. What did it do? Well, it pushed down. You can see, if I zoom in on this 5-minute, what did it do? It pushed down, leaving that lower wick down there, and then from that point, it tapped up, and then the whole of the rest of the session was just one massive bullish run to the upside. So it's another confirmation, if I can see the right NFP data, that we could have a huge move. Knowing that, what happened last time, and we had this clear US zone right here, right underneath us, I was just looking for the exact same things, using my knowledge of the last time and the new strategy that I teach about and I employ. Now, the actual data, as you can see, this Reuters article, it says the dollar jumps after surprise boost in May payrolls, which is NFP. And what you need to focus on is this bit right in here. It says the report showed that payrolls in the public and private sector increased by 339,000 in May, which was the data that came out at 1:30 in the video I'm showing you. And this was far above the forecast of an increase of 190,000. So this was very good data for US30. So this just further emphasized the bullish bias and aligned it with the higher time frame and lower time frame technical bias. So everything was bullish. So I'm just looking for a fake out down, rejection in this zone and a strong push. And what does the first 5-minute do? Goes all the way in, straight away, as soon as it opens, all the way down, then straight back in. And as soon as that candle flipped and went bullish from that point, you could have got in with your stop just below the zone down there. And then the target, you were just holding this right until the end of the session at 10 p.m. And like I said, this ran for about 600 points, which is huge, one of the biggest moves of the year, if not the biggest move for the New York Stock Exchange this year on US30. And it was a very easy catch. We're just doing the exact same thing we did exactly a month ago today. You could have easily caught that if you just watched that last video.